Hi guys, this is Orshi and this is gonna be a walkthrough, surprise surprise, as you can see from the title. But what you can't see from the title, that this deck came to me as a present from the lovely Jen from Balance Tarot, right? Oh my god, why am I not so sure about her name anymore? But because I guess I'm in my head, I refer her as Jen, and she contacted me after my queer decks walkthrough, which wasn't as fun as I intended to be because of what happened in Hungary. But I think we still managed to gather quite a nice collection of queer themed decks in that video, in that live stream. So if you want to check that out, I'm going to link it down below. And I always ask you to, add yours into the mix if you have one that you like and it's queer themed for that specific video. But yeah, I know that there's a tarot deck from the same creator, and I can't remember, but I think I decided that I don't need the tarot deck, but I really liked the oracle, not just because if it's queer themed, but because it's library and books related. I mean, look at that packaging. It looks like an actual book. Like it's been made to look like a book. So it's just so cool. So yeah, I kind of forgot about the cards, so I haven't read the guidebook or anything like that. Just, a regular walkthrough, first impression video. So yeah, I don't know why I'm so out of practice with this one right now. So this is the box. There is going to be, of course, a flip through, link down in the description if you want to just see the cards. This is the guidebook. I noticed that it's a bit, off print, but you can still read everything perfectly clearly. So there's, and it's an indie deck, so of course there could be problems, so to speak, little errors, birds, and stuff like that. But it's usable. There's a note from the author to Sarah McLeod. This is how you say it. It's the name, I think. Right. Some section about the deck. I don't think there's a table of content anywhere. Yeah, no table of content, but hey, it's okay. How to use it. Oh, you can use it for storytelling. Oh ho ho ho. I'm gonna use this with the Shadower deck, and I have an idea for a series with actually just doing short videos where I tell a story with the cards. How to use a guidebook, further reading. Welcome to the library, which would be such a nice place to work if my ex-boss wouldn't be the way she is, whatever. And then there's a description of the cards. So I'm just so grateful because this was on my wish list, but it wasn't available in the UK shop that I can get some of my indie decks from, which I never know the name of. Red Feather, I think, or Little Red Riding Hood. I don't know, something red is in the title and I can never remember. It's not Red Feather because that's Schiffer. I think it's Little Red something, but I'm going to link it down below so you don't have to try to guess what I'm trying to say. And Jen was just so generous and kind to send this to me. So this is going to be a special deck, not just because it's queer themed and it's library, but because it was a gift. So yeah, I think I'm gonna start with the cards, and it has a linen finish. This is the back, which is also it's watercolor. I mean, that I have a soft spot for watercolor. And yeah, I will shut up and start with the cards. The antagonist is the first one, And we have the title of the card, and underneath it we have opposition, deceit, and malice, which is really cool. So you don't have to, you know, reach for the guidebook all the time. And I love this because that's the role of an antagonist, you know. They are there to just pretty much try to ruin the life of the protagonist in a story. So I love that this character has, or archetype has, a card dedicated to it. We have the artist with creativity, ingenuity, and labor. And I love that we have labor as well, because to become an artist, to become a master of anything, you have to do a lot of repetitive and sometimes boring Eight of Pentacles work. You know, you can't become an artist just based on pure talent. That's the myth that our society told us for a long time, but it's absolutely not true. And do they look the same? They look the same, or at least very similar. So we have the author, spirituality, devotion, and higher powers. Oh, this is so cool. Creating new words. Then we have the book, identity, consciousness, and manifest. We have some text here. If you want to read it, you can pause the video. But yeah, I'm not going to read it right now. But there's a tree, and the book is growing out of it. Moon, sun, and yeah, just all these threads. Bluebells. Oh, it's just so cool. The child. Vulnerability. I hate this word. Needs and potential. I just love. Wouldn't that be cool if when we were born, we would get a book as well? Something that would guide us in a way. I could write something with that. The companion. I mean, I have another idea with tarot decks, but whatever. The companion, partnership, support, and reliability. And they are making something purple. I mean, I'm not a linen finish person, because usually, in my experience, the artwork gets lost in those little tiny bumps. But it's not true for this one, which is really cool. Aww. We have the dance, trust, body, and catharsis with the Stonehenge. It's so beautiful. Kind of gives off a little star feeling as well. We also have the dreamer, and it's a bit hard to read, but it's imagination, desire, and exploration. I mean, I am a dreamer, that's for sure. I daydreamed, I think, most of my life. The end. Oh, with a scissor. Yeah, it's kind of, with all the black, it can be a very powerful card. I think I'm gonna check this one. I mean, I was thinking about pulling one randomly, but I think, or you know what, not even in the end. Why should we wait? Let's check it right now. Check the end. Because why would you do the end at the end? That's so predictable. We haven't had this one yet. Is it not? Okay, what sort of an order is this? That was the child, then the dreamer. The end, okay. I have no idea what sort of order it goes. The end, exactly as it sounds, it is the end. Endings can be difficult, or they can be freeing, or both. How you continue is up to you. Huh, so true. So that's all. There's no question to ask on anything. Okay, so for this one, this is just, I think I picked the perfect card to show that there are different descriptions for the deck, so it seems. Oh, I can't wait to use this deck. The family, kinship, belonging, and collaboration. And I love that all the different ages and skin colors and hairstyles are represented. I mean, I love her hair. This tiny baby. You know, because family doesn't have to be by blood. I mean, most of the time it's not actually. I mean, if you think about how people usually are connected to their families, usually that's not a good experience or a good relationship. The festival, celebration, fun, material goods. Oh, cool. Looks fun. And then we have the flame, wildness, passion, and destruction. Ooh, sun cards in the reverse, huh? Too much light, burn down the forest. Oh, it's so beautiful, the lilac. The gardens, both safety secrets. Oh, I love this one. Yeah, it looks like a magical place. We have the healer who's on the family card. Compassion, recovery, and consent. Oh, I like that we have consent as well. And all the green books. That's really cool. Oh, the pink stuff. Yeah, such a lovely shade of pink. And we have the library. Doesn't it look like the tower? Knowledge, resources, and history. And damn, sometimes I really miss working at the library, to be honest. Head librarian. It's just, yeah, it wasn't for me. And I love how these, I'm assuming, you know, they are there so you can walk around and, you know, check the books, but it looks like they are holding this shape up. I mean, obviously our library wasn't this big. The mirror, truth, inquiry, reflection. And we have a cloudy day with rays of sunshine coming through in the mirror, which is interesting. Because obviously you have to put something in the mirror when you're painting it. We are not there technologically that, you know, when you paint something like a mirror, then it would be an option to whoever's looking in, you know, to be reflected back on that. I mean, can you imagine when the technology is going to be there for something like that? How deep and personal tarot decks will be in the future with that option? Can't wait to reborn and live in that time frame, even if I won't remember anything. The moon, cycles, cleansing, and destiny. We have the mountain, challenges, adversity, and endurance. For sure. And it looks like a volcano. And we have the protagonist as well. Curiosity, drive, and motivation. Yeah, you have to have all in order to move forward in the story. And then we have the reader, which is also a very important part of the story. Interpretation, choice, and agency. Interpretation, absolutely. Choice is interesting. That hair is still really cool. The ritual, magic, power, and action. And we have the seer, intuition, divination, and foresight. So a little high priestess. And I love that she's actually winking. So, you know, she's not a very serious card in a way because of that. I mean, that's the vibe that I'm getting. But let's see. I mean, who knows how well I will be picking another one. The ritual seer, awakened. Okay, I didn't check how this how to use the guidebook or whatever. For divination, okay. Keywords, of course. That's cute. You're doing it. You're reading cards. So nothing, extra in that at first glance. So we have awakened intuition, divination, and foresight, which is on the card, and we have also the shadow aspect, which is not on the card. Anxiety, obsession, and delusion. That's really cool. I wish there would be a way to include the shadow side as well. The seer represents our intuition and any psychic abilities we may possess, sixth senses and beyond. This role is about paying attention to those senses, especially when they're telling us something helpful about the future of our endeavors. Dun, 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 dun. So it's pretty much do some divination. Step into that place where you dare to allow yourself to be open to these messages. And then we have a section about this shadows aspect. And we also have a question to ask: what is my intuition telling me? What insights can divination bring me? There's a lot of good questions. I mean, I know that a lot of people like to journal about these questions. I'm not a journaler, so it's not for me, but so there's some slight difference on the backs of the cards. Okay, so yeah, it's beautiful. I hope there's enough light, and it should be, because I had to lower my shades. The song Heart, Harmony and Messages, not massages, even though. So would you listen to the sound of my heart as if, or sing that loud to you? Is it supposed to be? No. Would you be true? Would you listen to? Okay. Would you stay with me? Yeah. Oh, and it's connecting, from one heart to the other one. We have the stars, luck, hope, and wishes with the thread. And I'm kind of going to assume that this paint, maybe not, but it could be, metallic on the original one. I mean, I would use metallic for sure. I have fine deck metallic watercolors, and they look so cool. The sun, nourishment, optimism, leadership. I love all the colors. Oh my god, I love this color. This deck has so many colors, and I just love them. The teacher, structure, guidance, and legacy. And I love that. No, I mean, obviously I don't love that she's in a wheelchair, but I like that we have a character who obviously went through something, because that gives you an option to be a teacher. Not everyone takes that away from experiences, but ooh, I like this patchwork style. And we all have like all the elements for maybe except this one. I don't know what that could be. It looks crystals, but they look like threads. And the book, I don't know the English word for it, the one that punches holes in the, oh god, folded paper. I don't know these terms in English, because I barely use them in Hungarian. But when you're binding a book, you need those tools. The train, transition, travel, liminal space. Ooh, I love that. And it's funny because on our trains that runs from my city to the capital, we have quite similar shades of blue on the seats. It looks differently. It looks more like the underground here with this fashioned seats, but still. Yeah, I mean, it's fun to read on the train for sure. The waters. We have relief, rejuvenation, and rest. Oh, this looks lovely as well. So inviting, you just want to jump into the waters, or at least let it flow through you. Yes, you have the weaver, patterns, connections, and meditation. It's sort of like the magician, right? Like, you know, weaving all those threads. It's really, really, really cool. I'm so happy. And then we have, yeah, a different sort. We have the ace of paper. These are suits, I guess. You know, how you build up a book. And the first one is paper from pulp. That's the first stage of making a paper, I guess. Okay, malleability. I know how what it means, but how do you say it? Malleability, aptitude, and versatility. Funny that at these times I get so aware how crappy my pronunciation is. Two of paper. Oh, I love that. And the color, the blue and purple, is just beautiful. Two of paper page. Options, decisions, and dreams. The three of paper with a moth, I would say. This shape reminds me of a moth, but three of paper, which is funny because none of the moths looks like this here. Fold, transformation, learning, and change. With cherry blossoms. We also have the four of paper signature. That was the one that I meant, the folded paper. That's the signature. Tradition, organization, and planning. It looks really cool. Five of paper cut, loss, betrayal, and finality. Yeah, once you cut paper, it's going to be cut. We have the six of paper, glue, mending, healing, and reconciliation. Well, but it's not the same. Ever. Seven of paper, cover, protection, beauty, and wholeness. Oh, that's cool. And yeah, it looks like it's metallic. Oh, it's so beautiful. We have ink, ace of ink pigment, alchemy, process, experimentation. It's so fun. Pigments are fun. I love pigments. Two of ink medium that binds the color, balance, purpose, and setting. Yeah. It reminds me of the what's that ink bottle that you can get in the Netherlands? I'm not gonna remember now, but there is a kind of a similar shape. I mean, it reminds me of that. Which, if you know fountain pen ink, you probably know which one I'm talking about. They have the Dutch Masters ink series, and I'm not going to remember now the name, but if you don't know, you don't know anyway, so. There's three of ink well, abundance, joy, and resourcefulness. With oranges, cool. This is so pretty. The four of ink, the pen, and it's a quill. Manifestation, communication, and clarity. And I loved how the little bottles all have words on it. Like this one has moon, forever, mad, least. This one has nothing, best, you, reminded, you, that's a different color, so happiness, and melt, coat, feel. so cool. The 5 of ink solvent, mistakes, forgiveness and mercy. Yeah, I like that mercy is on it. That's really cool. Oh, that looks nice. 6 of ink calligraphy, fluidity, skill and patience. Oh, patience for sure. I have calligraphy with patience, or mastery, one of them, for my own deck, because you have to be patient for that. 7 of ink, illumination, accomplishment, realization and pride. I love this one, obviously. They look like little hand grenades. And we have the thread, ace of thread, the fiber. Wow, okay, the fiber is the first one. Oh, how does it? It's the dandelion, right? I wanted to say it in Hungarian, but I can't remember now the name. Pitbang, yeah, that's the Hungarian one for this pitbang. Just in case you're wondering, warmth and gentleness. And then this 2 of threads are twine, agreement, symbiosis, and compromise. This has so many really good keywords, and it kind of reminds me of the DNA spiral as well. So, you can pull in ancestry with this one as well. How our fate is intertwined with those who were part of our families. 3 of thread knot, promises, bonds, and remembrance with forget-me-nots. And then the 4 of thread is loom, boundaries, community, and responsibility. Huh. I like that. I like all of them. Such good keywords. Needle from the 5 of thread, it's pain, shock, and trauma. And then we have on the 6 of thread, stitch, repetition, rhythm, and technique. Don't they look like, yay, we're so happy to be here. Like, yay. That's just me. And then we have the 7 of thread, tapestry, interdependence, wisdom, and ancestry. Okay, we have ancestry here. Okay, makes sense. So yeah, that's the deck. It's absolutely wonderful. It feels so nice in the hand, and I am assuming it's gonna be lovely to shuffle it, but I'm not going to, because I don't know how to riffle. I mean, I know how to riffle shuffle, in theory, but my hands are just, with most of the decks, are just not, strong enough. And this is a standard tarot card, and it's almost exactly the same. Just in case, I mean, I kind of like tarot card size oracle decks as well. I'm kind of happy that the notion that an oracle deck has to be huge and bigger than a tarot deck is kind of going away, because I have small hands, so I'm always happy if something is small, because I can, handle it better. But yeah, this was my little first impression walkthrough of the Threadbound Oracle. Thank you, Jen, again. You have no idea how much it means to me that I got this deck from you, not just because, I got the deck that I really wanted, but it's connected to something that was so painful for me, and the way you guys showed support means a lot to me. I know I said it in one of my monthly videos as well, but I want to reiterate here that if you're still watching, thank you. That this community is just full of lovely, supportive people, and that really means a lot to me, because that's what I was hoping to get out of joining the tarot community, to be honest. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will stop and see you in the next one. Bye.